diamond takeover. Can you believe this? This is the first time in history that a leader has taken over the page, the Facebook page of the company. This is the first time. Uh-oh. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Sounds the same, sounds good. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is what you want to do. If you have not done this already, you want to share this. I believe you can do things like start other things. I don't know what they're called, but like start a watch party. That's what it's called, a watch party. You can start a watch party if you want, where you can invite some other friends to come in, take a listen to what's going on. I am Diamond Senior Vice President Tishina Anderson. I am taking over the 5 Links page tonight. So excited. And I'm going to be talking about a product that we have tonight called Chroma Credit. So if you want your friends, family members to get some tips on how to fix their credit and how our service can really do that for them as well, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. We're going to have some fun. If you have questions, let's get your questions answered. I'm like this credit guru out here. So I'm looking forward. I'm going to be scrolling and making sure that I can see any questions that's being asked. But I'm going to get straight into it. So for those of you who do not know me, if you don't know me, my name is Tishina Anderson, and I'm a top leader in this company. I've been with this company now for 14 years. That's right. I said it. 14 years I've been with this company. And being an entrepreneur, being a woman in business, having children, being married is not easy. All my ladies out there, you girls, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's not easy, but what makes it it makes it slightly easy when you have great products that really help people. And that's what I love about this company is when we have something that we offer to others is that it really is always good, whether it's our CBD products. But tonight I'm going to be talking about a product that is not CBD related, but it is something that we offer people. And a lot of times people just don't know how to get this product or talk about it or talk to your friends and family members and get this product out there into the masses, because trust me, there's a lot of people on your timeline, in your friend list, maybe even in your home, that could really use this service. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. Hopefully I can answer any questions that you guys might have about the service. I've used the service. I've seen it work. I even have a great story that I'm going to be telling you this evening from a gentleman that is someone, he's a business owner. I'm not going to tell you all his personal information because credit is really personal. A lot of people don't like to share or let people know that they have bad credit. They don't like a lot of people knowing that they've messed up a few things. But trust me, just trust me when I say this. I've been there, and everyone that you know, they've all been there. I don't care how good their credit is today. Most people have gone through a journey of making some mistakes, doing the wrong things, and they've had to redirect, clean those things up. And if they have good credit today, it's because at one point in time, 9 times out of 10, they had bad credit. So it's nothing to be ashamed of, and it's something that everyone that you know, either they've gone away from that and they are in a place now where they're doing good and their credit is good, or they're still there and they're a little ashamed. So this is such a sensitive topic, and I want to make sure that I really pay attention to that, because I understand, I've been there and I know what it feels like, right? So let's get into hello. We have so many more people watching tonight. It is the Diamond Takeover. If you haven't heard this already, I am your Diamond Senior Vice President, Tishina Anderson. Share this on your page, share it on your Facebook page. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about a service that we offer called Chroma Credit. So let's get right into it. I want to start off by just going over some questions that people usually ask about Chroma Credit. What is it? What does it do? How does it work? Things like that. So let's get right into it. So what is Chroma Credit? So it's a third-party company that we actually have that helps us to help others to get their credit fixed. So we're not fixing your credit. We're not looking at your credit. We don't know if your score is good or if your score is bad. So let's just start there. Your friends, your family members, they don't have to worry about you. Even though you're going to be the person they're going to be signing up with, you have no access to any of their personal information. Not their social security number, not their past, not their mistakes, not that hospital bill that they still owe. You know what I'm talking about. They don't have access to any of that. So how it works is they sign up on a website. They're going to log in and they're going to put in their personal information. So you're just going to send them a link. That link is going to then direct them to signing up for the service. So the first thing that they're going to have to do is to pay for the service. So how much does it cost? Well, the service is $89 a month, and it has a one-time activation fee of $50. Now, the first thing people always say, because it's so funny that you've had bad credit, or most people have had bad credit for a long time, right? They've had it for a long time, but the first thing they want to know when they start paying for it is, when is it going to be fixed? And how long is it going to take, right? And that's when they want it fixed. They want it fixed like yesterday. They're like, okay, can you fix it in 30 days? And I understand. Who's that? Okay. If you've gotten yourself into bad credit, it means that you didn't do it overnight. So the problem is not going to be fixed overnight, right? It's going to take time. Now, how much time is it going to take? What the company says is that within the first 3 months, you're guaranteed to start seeing some results. Now, it doesn't mean everything will be fixed within that time, but you'll start to see your score improve within your first 3 months of having the service. Now, also what they tell you is that you need a good 6 to 12 months for you to be on the service in order to really see everything be removed. Now, I'm going to be honest, depends on how much stuff you have. So let's just start there. Do you have one thing they need to remove? 4 things? Or do you have like 20 things they need to remove? Because, child, if you got 20 things, trust me, it's going to take you a whole year to get all of those things removed. All those late payments, all those collections, the liens, bankruptcies, all of those things they're going to need in order to, they're going to need time to fix your credit, child, because you just got too much going on. So, however, if you just got a few things, you can expect to see the results a lot faster because you don't have so much stuff going on, which means like if you need 3 or 4 things removed, that's what I mean by, you can see the results a lot faster when you have less items that need to be removed. Okay, so let's go in. So now you know how much it costs. So what is it that Chroma Credit is going to do for you? So you're going to sign up. You're not going to give the person that you're signing up with any of your personal information. You're going to sign up on the link. They're going to ask you some really very detailed questions. Like, I remember when I signed up, they asked me, pick between these like 3 or 4 addresses. Which one is one that you've lived in before? Questions like that. So they're going to ask you some really like stuff only you would know, right? And maybe some stuff that you might have forgot, but hopefully your memory is good enough to remember all of these things. But they don't ask you a lot of questions, just a few, maybe about 4 or so questions, to just make sure that you're the person that's signing up, that they have the right person. You don't want to start fixing, people just signing anybody's information up. They want to make sure that that is the person that they're dealing with. So now you have signed up for the service. You're going to get something called a portal. And when I tell you, I love this portal. I really, really do. I love this portal system. Have you seen it? Have you seen the portal system? Have you used it? It is by far one of the best portal systems that I've ever seen. When you go right into it, first thing you're going to see is you're going to see your credit score. So they have your credit score right there. Then there's these different little items that you're going to see on the right hand side that's going to give you directions of some things that you can do on your behalf to help fix your credit. And we're going to talk about that in a second, because fixing credit isn't just what a service can do for you. It is part what you have to do on your own as well. And they're going to be guiding you and directing you as to some things that you should do on your own. Another thing that you're going to need to do as soon as you sign up for the service, you have to upload a copy of your driver's license and you have to upload a copy of a bill. The reason for this, and this is really important, because you want to make sure if you're the person who is signing somebody up for this, you need to make sure that your customer knows this information, because they really can't get started without this. So the cool thing is with the portal, everything is like digital. So you could take your phone and take a snapshot of your driver's license, take a snapshot of the bill and upload it right away, right from your cell phone. That's the cool part. Now, here's the other thing. And you have this portal, you have to upload everything, but they are going to actually give you a breakdown of everything that they're going to be working on. And they're going to be asking you to tell them which one of these things do you want them to start working on disputing. And you want to click on all of them. Yes, dispute this. Yes, to dispute that. Yes. So they just want to make sure they have your permission to dispute the item. So they just want to, they're asking you. So you can't just sign somebody up for it and they sign up for it and they're not looking in the portal. They're not interacting and watching what's going on. You're paying for the service. You have to know how to use it the right way. So you're going to tell them yes, what you want them to dispute, and they're going to ask you a few questions in reference to how you would like them to dispute. Now, did you know this? I'm going to tell you something maybe you didn't know. They actually have attorneys. Yes, so you tried to fix your credit before. Well, maybe you haven't tried to fix it with attorneys, honey. Attorneys. They have attorneys that know how to send the letters to the 3 different agencies, which is what? TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. The attorneys know how to send the letters in a certain way to get things removed. Now, speaking of removed, do you guys remember I told you I have a great story? I have a gentleman that I have a lot of respect for. He owns a business and we sat down and went over his finances. I sometimes help people to get their finances in order, get their, investing in order, wills, insurance, things of that nature, because there's so many of us, especially entrepreneurs, that just don't know how to keep our credit right, our investing right. So I always like to help people. Now I'm sitting down with him, and this gentleman, I'm not going to say his name, but he had a bankruptcy. And he's had the service now, I want to say he's had it for about 3 months now. He's had it. And do you know he just sent me a text? He sent me a text and said that Chroma was able to delete his bankruptcy. Now, Chroma doesn't promise that they can delete bankruptcies, but I will tell you this. I have a customer who is using the service, and he got his bankruptcy removed. Can you believe it? Yes. If you don't believe me, you can check it out on my Instagram under my name, Tishina Anderson, Tishina Anderson. And you can check it and you can see it for yourself. He has gotten his bankruptcy removed. So they remove bankruptcies, liens, late payments. You got any late payments on that student loan? They remove that too. Late payments on student loans, any kind of collections. Now, they can't remove the student loan, but they can help you to remove the late payments. So these are just all some of the things. How much is the service? The service is $50 for an activation fee and $89 a month. Hopefully Courtney, that answered your question. So let's talk about some other things. You're going to log in. You're going to pay for the service. You're going to log in. You're going to provide your driver's license. You're going to provide your, what did I say? Oh, the bill, a copy of your either a gas and electric bill, something that has your address, your name on it. And then you're going to tell them that, yes, these are all the items I would like for you to dispute. And then what you're going to do is you're going to then, after you do that, you're going to go on the right hand side, and there are these different categories. Now within these categories, they're going to be sharing with you some things that you can do. So there's like this coloring system, and it's really cute. I love it because it's very user friendly. It basically says, for instance, I'm gonna share this with you guys. Can you guys see this? This is a chart. So when you want to know like how do you have perfect credit, like a perfect credit score, here's the pie chart. And these are all the things that you have to be 100. Like you got to get on a test. I used to be a teacher. So you know how you get 100 on the test? So in each category, you have to get 100 on each category in order for you to have a perfect credit score. So for instance, let me just, if you guys can see this. So payment history is 35%. And this is what they're going to be helping you on, your payment history. So if you've ever been late on anything, you know, forgot to pay something, whether you have 60, 90, 120 days, the company actually helps you to get those things removed. So let's just say, if you can see, this is one of the biggest parts of credit. It's 35% of your credit score. So we want to get you 100 in this area. So Chroma is going to be working on this area to help fix your credit. That's the area they're going to be working on. So the other area I want to talk about tonight is amount owed. Okay, so these are just some tips. Here's some tips on some things you could do today. Yes, Chroma can help you in a lot of different ways of your credit score, but here's some tips of just some general things you can do. If you take a look at amount owed, which is 35% of your credit score, what a lot of people, 30% of your credit score, what a lot of people do not know is that, yes, this is 30% of your credit score, but it's based off of not using all of your credit on your credit card. So this is your credit cards. This is not, it's not your mortgage. This is not your car loan. This is not your student loan. These are credit cards. So amount owed on credit cards that you've taken out. So let's just say you have 2 credit cards and they both have $1,000 of available credit. So what a lot of people will do is they'll max out that $1,000. They'll use it all. And what happens is when you do that, you now are going to be getting a failed score on this part of your credit. So here's 30% of your score. The best way you can increase your credit score overnight, well, really within the next 30 days, because they change your credit score every 30 days. Within the next 30 days, it's just pay off those 2 credit cards. Pay them off, right? Pay them off. That's going to get you full access to this part of your credit, which is 30% of your credit score. So good thing you joined me today because you probably didn't know that. And if you did, well then good. So you should share that information with someone else. What do? If you want to increase your score as soon as possible, one thing you can do is you could just pay down your available credit. Now, if you look on the graph, when you get into Chroma Credit, it's going to share with you, as long as you get it below 30%, you're pretty much in the green, meaning you're getting a good score. It's like getting an A on your test. It's going to say you're in the green, right? If you look on that part and you log into the Chroma Credit and you see the color is orange, or the color is yellow, that means you have too much money on your credit cards and you need to pay some of it down. If you look and it's red, because red is like the worst color that you can get, the worst. It means, honey, you are maxed out. You're maxed out on your credit cards. You can't do that because it's going to lower your credit score. So that's just a tip of some things that you can do. Now, I'm going to go over here and we have something that we share with people because we have a lot of people that have frequently asked questions. So I'm going to go over to some of our frequently asked questions. And then if you guys have any questions, I'm going to look through the little chat system. So if you have questions, kind of put in the little chat system and then I'll go back and I'll take a look. So, Courtney says, oh, I can't see the rest of your question, Courtney. Oh, there we go. Most of my credit is low due to asset recovery, medical bills, which many people have told me that shouldn't affect my credit, but it does. Medical bills do. If it's on your credit report, honey, yes, it does affect your credit. Now, a lot of times when you work with companies, and let's just say you're working with Chroma and they ask you a question like, you know, do you want us to like delete this? So sometimes like it might be something on there like a medical bill or anything in collections. And a lot of times what people will do is they'll say, yes, delete this. I owe $3,000. Yes, delete this, delete this, delete this. When they delete it, if they do delete it, because you asked them to, because you're basically saying you don't owe money to these companies, just know it doesn't mean that if you do really owe it, it still means you still owe it. Now, they might get it removed off your credit report, but it's still going to be something, a bill that you owe. So just be very careful, guys. If you start asking them to delete things that you really do owe, my suggestion would be to pay those things off because they could pop back up later on, even if you get them deleted. So medical bills affect something called types of credit, which is 10% of your score. So let's get into some of the other questions that a lot of people have. How do I get credit back? Great. Well, you can sign up for Chroma Credit Restoration, and they are going to help you with removing a lot of those late payments. If you have bankruptcies, liens, delinquencies, all of those things is what Chroma Credit helps you with. Now, whoever shared this video with you, you want to get back to them because they are going to have a link that they can send you where you can take a look at everything. You could take a look at how much, it's a really cool website. You could take a look at the pricing, which I just mentioned. You can take a look at some of the things that they could do. Just ask them to send you the link and they'll send you the link and you can start the process. So it says, after they clean up your credit, should you stay on the service? Well, that really is up to the individual. So you know you better than we know you, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. There was a point in time in my life where I've gotten my credit cleaned up several times. Now, it took me a few times to get it right now. It took me sometimes to get to a good place where I was financially responsible. So this is what I'm going to say. If you know you're not responsible and you're going to use the service, like sometimes what people do is they use credit repair services to get a new car or to get into a home, right? It doesn't mean that they're going to be responsible. They're just using it to clean up their credit. And the reason someone like myself has had to use a credit repair service more than once in my lifetime is because I realized, well, I didn't realize, but I wasn't responsible. So if you stop using the service, but then you go back to bad habits and bad ways, then you might want to stay on the service because you're going to continue to need them to keep cleaning up your mess. So until you become that person that wants to be financially responsible, then having a credit repair service as a service that you just pay for is up to you. But you might need it if you are going to keep messing it up. Okay, I want you on my credit. Okay, have I? I shouldn't have read that out loud. Can I have the link, please? So, hi, Melinda. Whoever shared this video with you or whoever's page you got this from, then you want to go back to them. We try to be very responsible when it comes to because most people that are sharing this video, they're entrepreneurs, they're business owners. This is a service that they provide through their company. I'm just here to shed some light, to give some information so that people know what the service is about, how it's used, and how it can be a benefit to you. Maurice, you can give the company a call, is one of the things that you could do to pick up where you left off. Or you could give some of the people a call back, depending on who you worked with in the past. If they're not here any longer, then you can give the company a call and they'll direct you on where to go. Okay. So before I jump off or before I answer any more questions, oh, you just joined in, no one shared. Okay, so we could talk later, Melinda. All right, so let's just go over some questions. Let's go over some questions that are frequently asked questions about credit. And if you guys have any more frequently asked questions or questions that you guys might have, make sure you put them in the chat box. And hold on. Sorry. Okay, hopefully you guys can still see me. All right, so let's take a look at some. Does paying off my bills repair my credit? Unfortunately, the credit reporting system just doesn't work that way. When you pay your debt, the negative credit listing doesn't disappear. There are little differences between a paid negative item on your credit report or unpaid one. In most cases, you won't get much further by paying the old debt. We can recommend a debt negotiation service to help you in this situation. Simply ask a representative. So let's go over this. Should I pay off something? So let me give you some tips. Should you pay down your credit cards that you still have, that are active, that are showing on your report? Absolutely. Should you pay off a medical bill? If you pay off the medical bill, it won't change your credit. It only changes it when it's removed. So, but however, if you have debts that you owe, should you pay them off? The answer is yes. Absolutely. That's the responsible thing to do. Now, certain debts that you pay off won't change your credit. Paying down a credit card, do not cancel that credit card. Under no means do you want to cancel that credit card. You want to keep the credit card live, active. You just want to pay it down as much as you possibly can. If you can pay it down to 0, that's even better. If you can pay it down where you're only using 30% of what the available credit is or less, that is, a good start. But the best thing is to have it down to 0. So, can late payments be removed? Yes. Can collections be removed? Yes. Can repossessions be removed? Yes. Can foreclosures be removed? Yes. Bankruptcies, as I mentioned, the company doesn't like to say they can remove bankruptcies. However, yes, I've seen them remove bankruptcies. So these are some of the frequently asked questions. Let me see. How does your company guarantee work? Well, how do they guarantee work is a question. They try not to overpromise anything. They try to just let you know that it's their job to really help you to obviously get things off your credit report that don't belong there. How does that process work? So what they're going to be doing is they're going to be sending letters on your behalf. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but this is how it works. Once they send a letter on your behalf, they're going to be also attaching your driver's license and a copy of a bill. And once let's just say TransUnion, once they get it, it is their job to then send information over to whoever that person is, whoever that creditor is. Now, they have 30 days to respond, up to 30 days to respond. If they do not respond, they have to delete it if they do not respond within 30 days. So a lot of times what people are banking on is that they're not going to respond. Now, there are some companies like, let me just say American Express, where they have a whole department that is there ready to respond on your behalf back to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian and tell them, honey, that is their stuff. That's their credit. They took that out. That's their card. They have a whole department that will respond within seconds. So there are some more established companies that do have departments that will respond quickly. However, most companies, especially collection companies and hospital places, things like that, honestly, they don't have a department that handles that. So trying to get a response within 30 days, it doesn't happen. And this is how it gets removed off of your credit report. So I just want to make sure you guys know, like, that's how it works. They do have attorneys that know how to draw up letters. So let's just say, for instance, they send it the first month that you are a part of the service, and they come back. They know how to send it in different ways. They know how to change the wording of the letters, change different things, and how to get things removed. They know how to send it on certain days. They know how to they have just a whole system in place. So you have to understand, whoever's signing you up for this service, they are not the expert. The expert is the company that we go through, which is Chroma Credit, and they're going to be the ones on your behalf. Now, you also will get, once you sign up, you're going to get access to a 1-800 number. You're going to be able to call that person at any time through the process. Let's just say you are a few months in and you just want to know what's going on, how are things working with your credit. All you have to do is pull up that 1-800 number, give them a call, and they help you understand anything that might not be clear through the portal. So these are all things that are really important when it comes to people when they want to know, how do I get my credit fixed? Can I get my credit fixed? And what is the process? I hope you guys have been able to hear me all this time. All right, now it says that I'm live. Okay, I hope you guys didn't miss anything. I hope it didn't skip anything that I said. All right, so this is the Diamond Takeover. I'm Tishina Anderson. I'm a Diamond Senior Vice President with this company. I've been with this company for 14 years. I have been someone who has made a lot of money as an entrepreneur. And trust me, having bad credit has nothing to do with how much money you make. Bad credit is just us not being financially responsible with our bills, with paying things on time. And, you know, even people who make good money can make these mistakes. So don't feel bad if you don't have great credit. If you do want some help, if you want a great portal system that can kind of break down to you some of the things that I just talked about, this is what our portal system does. It shows you exactly what you need to do to fix your credit. It also will have, you know, experts, attorneys that will be working on your behalf to help fix your credit. So hopefully this was helpful. And I am so excited that the company allowed me to come on tonight and just share information about this service. It is one of my favorite products. So I believe that there are so many people who need this service that are out there, and we really do have to do a better job of making sure that people know that we offer this, because trust me, they really do need this service. So with that being said, again, my name is Tishina Anderson. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, and yes, I am even on Facebook. And what I do is I've been with this company, I'm a leader in this company, and I really help explain how our products and services work, and I help people to have success. So with that being said, this Diamond Takeover is officially over. There are no other questions. So hopefully this was helpful. Share this with your friends and family members. And if you have not already, sign up for the service. Let me tell you something. When I started this service, I had already started the process of working on my credit. One of the things I loved about having the service as a representative is that I was able to then explain to all my customers how the service worked. How can you share how something works if you don't have it yourself? So first things first, if you're a part of this company and you do want to help people with getting their credit fixed, get your credit fixed. Sign up for the service. Really learn the product. Learn how the different parts of it work. Our Chroma Credit Restoration has more than credit repair. We even have other little parts that help you with paying down debt. Let's just say you're trying to get an apartment. Chroma Credit will give you a letter to give to your apartment and say, listen, even though their credit is not fixed yet, they're working with us. Here's a letter on their behalf to let you know that they are working with the credit repair agency. So, you know, did you know that the service offered that? No, you didn't know. The reason you don't know is because you don't have it. So first things first is you have to get the service. When I'm talking to people, there's so much value that I can offer to them of explaining what they need to do, is because I've gone through it myself. I've gone through the process of fixing my credit using the service. doing all the things necessary that I needed to do, and really taking ownership of the product and knowing it, like ownership of just knowing what it is and how it works. So I really recommend, if you have not done that already, it's such a sticky product. People need it and they stay on it because they really do start to see results. Now, my friend, his bankruptcy was removed, but guess what? He still has some other things on his credit report that hasn't been removed yet. But do you think he's going to stay on my service now that the bankruptcy's been removed? Absolutely. Now he has trust. He can see his score going up. He can see things being removed. He goes onto the portal. Now the next step is for him to then continue. All right. Next step is for him to continue to see more and more things that are going to be deleted. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for joining me as I took over our company's Facebook page first time. And my son, who's 17-year-old, I have 4 children, but my 17-year-old keeps calling me, so it's blanking out my video. So I'm going to jump off. I enjoyed myself. Hopefully you enjoyed having me. And one last question before I jump off. Somebody said, if you're already in the process of buying a home, should you use this service? Well, let me tell you why you should. The biggest fear that a person might have whenever you're doing something like this is it going to show up? Is it going to ding your report? Is it going to show up that you're using the service? Is it going to show up that they pulled your credit? And you should know that it will not. It's something called a soft pull. So when you see your credit report there and you sign up for the service, it's a soft pull, meaning it does not affect your credit score. It does not change your credit score, and it does not show up on your credit score. So yes, you can start using the service even though you're in the process of buying a home. This will do nothing but help you and add on to that. So you can feel completely confident in that and know that it's not going to, when you sign up for the service, it's not going to show up on your credit report. So Kendall, hopefully that was helpful. And all right. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure. Hopefully I've answered all your questions about credit. I am now your new credit guru, and I enjoyed myself. I had a lot of fun. Share this with your friends and family members, and go out there, get a credit customer, help somebody to get their credit going in the right direction. We want it to go up. We want them to have an 850 score, which is the perfect score. That's what we want, right? But did you know that if someone had between 750, once you hit 750, guess what? It's almost just as good as getting an 850 score. So we want to get them to get their credit score as high as possible. So let's help our friends, let's help our family members and our coworkers, and just ask, do you need a credit repair service? Is this something that could help you? You never know. Just asking the question could change someone's life. So thank you guys so much. My name is Tishina Anderson. Again, see you guys out there in social media world as we talk more about our products and services so that we can help change lives. Thanks, guys. Everyone have a great evening. This live takeover is officially over.